What's poppin', y'all? We finally got the questions answered that we needed answered from when YourRage pulled up on his best friend of 25 years. They were best friends before they could even make memories. These guys were 3 years old. And we didn't get a full prequel to what happened in this video clip.
Today's the day I found out my best friend of 25 years has been stealing from me. 50 bands minimum, 100. My dog would have did anything for this gang. Stop moving.
So that was him in his drawers. You see knots on the side of his face. I was trying to theorize what was happening and also how YourRage finally came to find out that this guy who he had been buying stuff for, letting live in his crib, was stealing from him. So YourRage was at Paris Fashion Week enjoying himself, getting fly like that. I don't know if he ran into Bruce drop him off. Hopefully not. Bruce drop him off. Bruce drop him off ruined it for every female streamer that could have collaborated with YourRage. But YourRage would explain how he would get the news that somebody was stealing from him.
Remember, they come home, stream, do Patreons. My accountant hit me up. Hey Josh, I'm sorry to bother you, but is there any reason why you've been using your personal card over your business card lately? I'm putting money every time you go negative, but I don't know if you're using the wrong card on accident, but I just want to know, like, what is that? Off the rip, I'm like, huh? My personal card? I don't use my personal card. Joshua is broke to the IRS, man. YourRage got bread. Joshua is a brokey. He's a broke boy. You dig what I'm saying? So off the rip, first thing I do, open up my Chase app, like, what the is she talking about? I'm scrolling. I don't even check that account. I don't use it. Okay, let me chill.
At this point already, the guy's heart must have sank. Like, yo, what the hell is going on? Personal account. Just a short summary. People like YourRage, entertainers, rappers, etc. These guys don't really have, like, for you guys remember when Future got outed as only paying $2K a month in child support to one of his baby mamas? It's because Nevadius Cash, I think he changed his name, he doesn't have any money. All of Future's money is in business related things. So his salary is very low. Otherwise, he'd be getting taken to the cleaners. And that's why doctors usually have to pay very high salary, or they have to pay very high taxes. Same thing with NBA players because they are salaried workers. So they get wrecked, but there are a lot of incentives because they're not really loopholes because they're right there for people like a YourRage, rappers, and things like that. So that's why he's saying that, you know, YourRage is broke. But he would go through his memory and discover that it was Greg.
Okay, let me chill. First thing I see is ATM withdrawals. Every day for the last 2.5 months. I'm like, what the Mind you, I'm in Paris. And the withdrawals are happening. And the address of the withdrawals are right across the street from my house. So I'm like, yo, somebody stole my card. Why would they be doing their crimes right next to me, man? Even the Walgreens they going to is across the street from the house. What the is going on? And why is there so much money? Like, god damn, it's a minimum $1,000 a day. Not including this being spent on random So I'm like, who the I'm like, wait, no. This is the first thought that came to my head was Greg. Only because of the location where my is being spent. I know not to think Jordan. I know not to think my cousin. The first thought in my head was Greg. But I'm like, no, that's up. I can't think my dog would do that. It's not. There's an answer somewhere. It's not Greg. It's not my best friend of 25 years. It's not Greg. So immediately I felt like a I'm like, no, I can't think like that. It's not Greg. So I'm doing more research. I'm looking at the transactions. I'm like, all signs is leading to Greg. At this point, I'm 99.9% sure it's Greg, but the 0.1% is telling me that is your brother. It is not him. So this is a 10-hour plane ride back from Paris. I'm sitting on God, ask Cam, ask Jose, the whole plane ride, I'm like this.
First off, what the hell is wrong with this guy? Why is he, this is what we really have to ask ourselves. Why is he doing ATM withdrawals when he has the guy's account? Does he not have his own bank account? You would think he'd be zelling himself, something a little bit futuristic. Like, we're in the future right now. This guy's doing it like we're back 20 years ago, doing withdrawals. And if you're getting cash is more inconvenient. Where are you spending this cash? That's the real question. And then doing the cash ATM withdrawal across the street from where you live. This guy was a lazy, this guy's committing crimes. Number one, he's a lazy criminal. You would at least think, okay, maybe this guy's doing one ATM withdrawal here, another one, 25 miles away, and he's going to different ATMs and doing withdrawals there. No, he did them all at the same place. Lazy, stupid, and a scumbag to his best friend. And then he's talking about 1,000 a day. I think this guy was doing the max withdrawal or something, just as much as they would let him take out. So he said this is at least 2 months. So 60 plus thousand. He did say he's spending money on other stuff as well. YourRage was probably so shell-shocked. The way that you saw him at the end, he probably just time skipped through that entire flight. It's like the shell-shocked meme that you've seen with the guy with the hard hat and the cap, and he's just staring through. Or is that the 1,000-yard stare? Whatever the meme is called. But this gets worse when YourRage comes home. This is how you know he's suffering from a big heart, because he's like, nah, no way it's Greg, when it can only be Greg. But when he gets home, things get significantly worse.
I get home. The first thing that happens, I walk to my courtyard, and my dogs are like bloody, like breathing hard as I'm like, what the happened? At this point, I didn't know what happened. They're just bloody. I'm like, what the hell is going on, gang? What? Lee comes through the gate with his streaming phone. I'm like, oh my God. There's bloody dogs panting hard as Lee's has the camera out. I'm just having like, my brain is just freaking out, gang. So I'm like, Lee, turn off the stream. After he turns off the stream, I need to get med kits. I need med kits, shield potions, all types. I run to my room. Unlock my room door. 95 degrees in this. Hot as I'm like, why the is my room so hot? I run over to my lizard cage. My lizards are dead. At this point, on God, I'm just having a mental breakdown right now. Like, I'm just freaking. Plus, this Greg in my head. I'm just like, yo, what the? I'm in a dream. This is a dream right now. I'm crashing. This is the first time in Broward. She thinks I'm sorry. I know she's terrified. I'm over here like panicking, like what the going on? But Greg is still. I'm happy. My dogs are good. They're going to the hospital. Long story short, with the dogs, by the way, some had brought their dog to my front gate to say hi to Creed or some shit. Creed wasn't out there, gang. It wasn't Creed. It was Karma, Aegon, and who else was out there? Karma, Aegon, and Rouge. Bro, the dogs were their dog was barking through my dog through the front. Like they were having like a fight because they thought their dogs would be nice, but my dogs they're fighting through the. And then one of my dogs, I guess, thought the other dog was trying to snap at him, so a whole brawl happened, and they were just fighting to the. And I wasn't even there, man. So that's how I just.
First off, I didn't even know that YourRage had named one of his dogs after a Targaryen. That should let you know that all you need to know about why I stay away from dogs, especially this guy's dogs. Well, they're meant to be guard dogs, so I guess me staying away from them makes a lot of sense. But this guy comes in, Greg is living at this guy's crib. YourRage is gone for a month, 2 months, who knows. This guy comes back. The dogs, we don't know if that happened the day of, right? So if the guy's at the guest house, headphones on, he doesn't hear what's going on, we're going to cut him some bail on that one. But YourRage's room, the lizards, you know he has lizards, they from overheating in the room. You're supposed to keep the room a certain temperature. So this guy, Greg, isn't even going into the crib. Like, this guy's living at somebody else's home for free, mind you. And he's having all of his expenses paid. And he has a cook making him food. There's a chef that's making food for this guy as well. So the least you would think of as a normal human being, okay, let me check on the plants. Let me water some of the plants. Let me go in and make sure that the lizards are okay. It's an animal, right? No. So that means for the lizards to have died, it was hot in there for days, God knows how long. So he allowed his lizards to die. Just neglect from somebody that is unappreciative. Somebody that's appreciative is like, yo, how can I help around the house? Sweeping up things, making sure that your rage comes back to the home better than he left it. But unfortunately, he comes back worse than he left it. And the dogs, unfortunately, they're bleeding. But I don't know. I'm going to cut bail for the dog situation since we don't get too much information regarding that. But this is all before he approaches Greg. And then we get the finale when he finally links up with Greg.
While this brawl is happening, Greg is in the guest house. He does not step foot outside. He's just laying down. I open his door. I'm like, get the fuck up. We're chilling. Give me your phone. Like, all right. I was praying. I'm like, let that point one be right. Like, come on, bro. 0.1. I was not 9.9%. Sure, that was him. Let that 0.1% be not him, gang. Let me be wrong. Please let me be wrong. I was not wrong. Obviously. And then I found out what the he was using my money on. And then I found out what he was saying about me. I don't give a I don't care about that video. I don't care what happens to that no more money. I can't even say everything he was spending my money on. Just know, if you knew what he was doing with that money, y'all would castrate that. Oh God, the most cucked out. I'm talking like a calling his. I'm about to go on another. Fuck you. Bye. Blocks him. The next day unblocks him. Send me some money. Sends him $2,000, whatever, how much she asked for. Sends videos of him crying. Please, I just want to be with you. I have all the money you can. Josh will never run out of money. Doing money spreads in the phone ID. And I can't even say the rest of the shit he was spending my money on. Because them type of conversations can only happen in court. On God, I can't.
So the first thing we learned, that my theory that the guy was asleep and he started putting hands on him, that was not the case. So the guy was awake. And I'm thinking, because YourRage doesn't describe what happened, I'm thinking he pistol whipped him. I'm thinking he brought the dogs and he was like, yo, stay right here. The dogs is looking at him, staring at him, and then he pistol whipped him a couple of times in the head. He said his man's Lee was with him, so there was another guy, or his cousin, so there was another guy that was with him, the guy that was streaming, that he told him to turn off the stream. So what I'm guessing, theorizing, is that other guy held him down, and they just put hands and feet on him. This is, excuse me. I'm not laughing at the situation. I am laughing at the situation. I'm not laughing at YourRage. I'm laughing at the situation because the audacity of this guy he did the infinite money glitch meme where he's like, yo, it's an infinite money glitch. Josh never runs out of money. It just keeps replenishing. I'm taking out $1,000 a day, $2,000 a day, and this thing just keeps coming back. It doesn't go anywhere. This is the audacity here is this. And then he's talking, this is why you don't trust a gooner. Like, people think it's funny. Oh yeah, this guy's a gooner. Oh yeah, that's a whole meme. Oh man, I totally would. Oh, she bad though. And people underneath these comment sections, you should take a good look at all of them. Create a list. You see your man's, he's under random chicks' IG photos. He's commenting, oh yeah, he's a gooner. Keep an eye on him. You can't trust somebody like that. It's like a drug addict. You can't trust a drug addict. They're identical. They're the same, except one, you can hide it a little bit better. But these gooners these days, they're so shameless about it. I mean, look, you've seen the Goonicide, right? Channel 5 did a whole documentary on the anniversary of the Goonicide, which, quick summary, guy pulls up, allegedly pants down, chick records him, and then he eliminates himself the next day, and he had a family. Insanity. But this guy was clearly gooned out. But one thing that I think YourRage might be taking him to court. He should, because he says he can't tell you what money he's spending it on. And he's like, yo, y'all would have castrated the guy. There's got to be worse than this, because he's saying that he's flexing his money and talking bad about him, or just talking about him like he's not even a human being, not even his friend, just this ATM machine, ironically enough. But when you take a look at what's happening here, if he's sending the chicks money, he's got to be sending them money via Zelle, via Venmo or something. He can't send them cash through the phone, right? Like, this isn't Kiss Me Through the Phone over here with the Sidekick 3, Soulja Boy. Soulja Boy hasn't figured out how we can send money, cash, through the phone. So he has to be sending money via Venmo, Zelle, some other way. But if he was going to do that, then he would have just sent himself the money from YourRage's bank account, as opposed to what is he doing? Withdrawing the cash, then going to the bank, then adding it to the bank. That's not happening because he's doing these money spreads. So the cash has to be used somewhere. And I think that's where YourRage is talking about, yo, you guys would be appalled on what he was spending the cash on. And I'm thinking he might have been spending the cash on some escorts. What else would he be spending it on? Well, he said this guy smokes a lot of weed, but $1,000 a day is not a weed habit. So he had to be spending it on something else, or he was tricking somehow where you needed cash. And what else are you going to need cash for? I don't know. That's the only thing that I can come up with. But the cash, there's something going on with the cash there. And this guy was committing theft. He's stealing from his friend. He's living at it. I'm surprised he got him out of there. That guy, I'm surprised he didn't run some like squatters' rights thing. And he's like, yo, I actually live here. I'm not leaving the crib. But seeing as to what they did to him, it's no surprise. But in the original clip, he talks about like, yo, you gave me the card, bro.
You gave me the card, bro. You gave me the card, gang.
And did what? Wait, when did I give you the card? For what? What did I give you the card for?
No, you didn't. I'm wrong. I'm wrong. I'm wrong.
Gang.
You told me.
You stand right there, bro. I don't want you nothing.
So YourRage would explain, and a lot of people thought that Rage gave him like a business card. He's like, yo, you can use this for whatever. And the guy just went over and was spending on a bunch of stuff. But that's actually not the case.
And anybody saying I gave him the card, are you? I don't give nobody my card, my. Only person that has my card, another card of mine is my mom. What are you talking about? Gave him my card. When he said, you gave me the card, bro, do you know what it means by that? That means once upon a time, when we went to the gas station and I was filling up my tank and he wanted some chips or grabba for his weed, I said, okay, go inside, get some grabba. That's $2, my nigga. And I got my card right back. He stole my card. Cause I was around the house for, where's my card? Like, I remember one time saying, yo, I haven't seen my blue card in a minute. Where is it? I don't know. Where is it? So when he says you gave me the card, bro, that's what the he means. Once upon a time, I gave him my card.
So this guy gave him his card once to buy some, and this is the thing. This guy's smoking weed all day, not doing a job, not helping you with your job. In your crib, he's got a guest house, flexing on chicks. This guy he's worse than a leech. He's worse than a parasite. This guy's the black plague. That he just comes in, and then over time, you're going to die eventually. You know death is coming because they didn't have no cures or whatever the hell it was for the black, no vaccines back then. So this guy steals YourRage's card because Rage even talks about, I was like, yo, where's my personal card? Where has that thing been at? And then this guy, he's been using it. And I wish I could say, yo, what was this guy thinking? This guy doesn't think. I don't think he has the capability of thinking. There was no thinking anywhere. He didn't properly steal from him. He went for the personal as opposed to the business. Because if you're using the business card, the business is money's flowing in and out. A lot of it. Like YourRage said, it's his personal card. He's barely spending money on that thing. So they're going to notice transactions coming out of that. And then he's doing ATM withdrawals. YourRage isn't there. You know YourRage has got business managers, partners, in this case an accountant. So if ATM withdrawals are happening and YourRage isn't home and he's not even in Florida, you don't think that sets off a red flag? So the guy couldn't even steal from his friend properly. I mean, I remember Gilbert Arenas was talking about some guy stole like $500,000 from him, but he was just skimming off of the top. Like this guy could have skimmed off of the business account, but YourRage uses the business card a lot more. So I think that's what this guy possibly thought. He's like, yo, if I take the personal card, this guy doesn't know the difference between a personal and a business bank account. Why am I trying to give him any type of brain cells? Hopefully YourRage actually pursues charges on this guy. He deserves to be back in jail. I mean, you're doing him a favor because he's going to be homeless. He even said, YourRage said his mama didn't want him. Nobody wanted him. He was homeless and he took him in. So you could leave him homeless or you could send him to a nice cot with some other people that he belongs with in prison. But let me know what y'all think in the comments. Like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell if you enjoyed. And I'm going to see y'all in the next one.